Welcome back. The Academy Awards were held last March, and the Tony Awards will be handed out in June. But if you need a quick awards show fix, there's a ceremony happening this week that may satisfy your craving. And trophies for this show may be handed to someone you know. We're talking about the Dallas Summer Musical's High School Musical Theater Awards. Denise Tooch and David McWhirter from McKinney High join us to brag on their theater program, which was nominated in 12 out of the 15 categories. Thank you, Ms. Tooch, Mr. McWhirter. How are you guys doing today?
Good, thank you.
Great, yeah. So you guys pretty excited for tomorrow and the whole DSM event?
We're very excited. We're very excited.
Yeah.
Yes, we're taking our whole cast, so they're very, very pumped and lots of energy going on right now.
Well, that's great. So before we start talking about that, let's introduce you guys a little bit. Ms. Tooch, how long have you been teaching and directing?
I've been teaching 11 years in McKinney, all of them at McKinney High School. I started as the technical director for the first 3 years, and then I moved into the directing position. So for the last 8 years, I've been in this lead position.
Awesome. And what about you, Mr. McWhirter?
This is my 15th year and third year at McKinney High, 6 years previously at McKinney North, and then the 6 years previous at Dowell Middle School.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Cool. So I guess you used to work there before Ms. Brandon?
Yes.
Oh, gotcha. Cool. Yeah, I went to Dowell, so. Cool. So, yeah, you did Spamalot, right? Cool. And that received 12 out of 15.
Yes.
And that's the most out of all the DSM schools participating?
Yes.
Cool. And what were some of the runner-ups, like in award amounts?
I think that the next largest group was 10. I think there were several schools that received 10.
Cool.
And then it went down from there.
Right.
So I think 39 of the schools were nominated
Wow.
out of 57. So.
Wow. Well, that's awesome that you guys were number one and representing McKinney, right?
Yes.
So how did you react when you find out that you guys were nominated for so many?
I didn't believe it.
Yeah.
I really didn't. Miss Johnson, our choir teacher, called me that morning before I'd even had a chance to look at the list, and she called me back 3 times. Wow. Now it's this, now it's this, before I even had a chance to get online and look at it or go get a paper. So, and I think we kind of lived in a dream the next few days, just not really believing that we had actually gotten 12 nominations for the show.
Representing so well.
It was exciting to see that for our space that we had to be really creative in using our resources and the budget that we had.
Right.
And to see the technical nominations were really exciting for our kids.
Right.
And we have a lot of young kids on our stage that are working the technical background and with, again, I don't want to make this about our space, but it was really nice to see that they acknowledged how we used our space.
Right.
So.
And are you guys building a new auditorium there at High, or do you already have one? No?
We don't know about that.
Not that we know.
Not that you know?
Hasn't been shared with us.
Gotcha. Well, hopefully in the future, right? Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
and again, to follow up with Mr. McWhirter said, I think we just were very happy to see that it wasn't about quantity of space and equipment, but more about ingenuity and creativity with our kids.
Quality, Great.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So can you tell us a little bit about DSM? How long has it been around? What kind of goes into the process? Yeah.
It's the 3rd year of the Dallas Summer Musical's version of the High School Musical Theater Awards, but the event itself has happened for quite an extensive time around the country. There's been one in Houston that's been going on for a very long time.
Cool.
But it feeds into a national competition in June in New York, where the leading actor and leading actress from each sort of regional event gets to go and participate and compete. So, so it's a very nationally recognized event. And the DSM Awards has been around for 3 years. It started with around 20 schools, I believe, 27 schools the first time, and
Sweet.
It's up to 57. And we've been part of it all 3 years.
Awesome.
So we've been part of it from the beginning.
So do you find, do you and the students find a lot of excitement about the event and going there and being able to participate?
Sure.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. I think what we try to do is not worry about it when we actually do the production of the show. I mean, obviously we have a night the judges come and there's a little bit a different energy with the kids that night, but for the most part that's not really our goal until later. But once the announcements come out or the nominations come out, then it was very exciting
Right,
for us. So yeah.
Kind of like the icing on the cake,
Yes.
I guess you
yes.
would say. Yeah.
Yes. That's a good way to put it.
Very nice. Cool. And how do you get nominated for DSM? What exactly goes into that whole process? So you said there were judges that came to the different shows.
Right. I don't know. You want to? There's well, I'm just trying to
Yeah, right.
his
Toss it over to
direction.
Mr.
You're doing a
McWhirter.
great job.
Yeah.
They have a panel of three to four judges that come, and they will tell us usually in advance what night they're going to be there, or we can tell them which night we want them to come. We don't have a preference, so whenever it fits into their schedule to come.
Cool.
And they have a sequence of questions they have to answer, and they fill out the forms right then and there before they leave the school. They put it in an envelope, and it's done. So there is no deliberation past that night. So, and it's a rating system. There's a point system. So we're only rated against ourselves, and then the nominations are sort of the top points from each category.
So once you get nominated, is there a second kind of decision process? Are there more judges that kind of look at the selection and say, I don't know, kind of like that one a little better? How does that work, the actual?
No,
really
it's,
sure how they
yeah,
do it
well,
that
it's
way.
all decided already.
Oh,
They're
okay.
The accounting firm has all the information, and they just say these are the top 8.
Gotcha.
The only one that gets to start over is the leading actor.
Gotcha.
They wipe the slate clean for the leading actor and the leading actress categories, and actually our leading actor is competing tonight. So tonight will be his competition to see if he wins.
So there's a separate competition for them?
Yes.
Okay, how does that work?
Yes. Well, he's been in rehearsal some last weekend and a lot this past weekend, last night as well. And so tonight he will have 2 different songs that he'll perform in character, and the judges will decide tonight who wins.
And who is this leading actor?
Alex Miles.
Alex Miles. Cool.
Played King Arthur.
Awesome. And he's a junior this year,
He
right?
is a junior, yes.
Is he pretty excited about all this?
He's very excited, but he's extraordinarily exhausted. It's been a very intense past 3 or 4 days for him.
I'm sure.
So.
Well, it'll be a nice little break after the competition and after the awards, I'm sure.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Cool. So how many schools are involved in the award process? You said?
I believe this year 57.
57?
I think there were 60 shows that you can enter a second show if you choose,
Right.
Which North did.
Yeah.
But I think there are 57 schools this year.
And
so
how many were nominated again? you said?
39.
39. Cool. So the whole thing is a pretty competitive process.
It's getting more and more so as more schools enter. You know, when we started the first year, and there were only 26 or 27 schools versus 57 this year.
Right.
But from what I understand, the DSM Awards show is actually the largest in the state.
Really?
Just in 3 years, it's grown that large.
That's awesome.
So,
There's a lot of talent in our North Texas area, and even in our district. I mean, Boyd has had some amazing, talented shows, and an actor who's moved on
Right.
to do well.
Yeah,
and
Michael Williams.
Michael
He's
Williams.
now in New York. That's awesome.
Jamie Thomas and Lisa Martin at North are doing a great job with their
Yeah.
shows as well. So there's a lot of talent. There's great schools around here. So, you know, we're so excited that they brought this to our area, just to recognize the hard work that we put into it, because it takes so much money to produce shows, and we don't really make money off of this. This is an even kill, hopefully, most times. Lots of fundraising is involved in it. And so we're just excited to see not just our school, even North and Boyd's shows as well. Our kids share, you know, that's one of the things we compete against each other at times, but we really are here to see good theater.
Yeah.
We want North to do well. We want Boyd to do well, and we're always wanting to support each other in our shows. And so that's one of the things we really love about our cities, because we really don't hold anything against each other. And so we're really excited to hopefully win a few awards, but really we've already won.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, to be nominated and our kids to know that they have worked hard and done well, so
for sure.
We're excited.
So you said that Boyd and North also had some nominations. Can you tell us a little bit about those? Do you know anything about those?
I believe Boyd has a Best Actress nomination. Zoe Arts is nominated for Belle, Beauty and the Beast. And I believe Riley McRae is nominated also for Best Supporting Actor.
Great.
And then North received a nomination for choreography for Jekyll and Hyde.
Jekyll and Hyde, yeah. That show had some neat dance moves for sure, yeah. Well, that's cool. So your guys' school specifically, were you nominated the first year?
We had 1 nomination for choreography that year.
Okay, and then what about last year?
Last year we had 5 nominations.
Cool, so it's just been kind of growing and growing.
It has.
Well, that's good. I mean, I guess that's kind of, it shows that DSM has been growing. It shows that, the programs have been increasing and getting more talented people.
Yes.
Well, that's good. So I don't want to like jinx it or anything, but if you guys do win, what's kind of some stuff you're going to be saying in your acceptance speeches, I guess you would say?
Well, that's up to the kids because they actually get to accept the awards.
Oh,
it's
wonderful.
That's one of the other things that's really wonderful about DSM, which is not the same for all of these particular types of award shows, is they're very student-based. And so you can only be nominated in categories that the students did the majority of the work in.
Okay.
And the students have to accept the awards. Even for direction, which was me,
right.
The students still have to accept the awards. So there are no adults
wow.
Accepting any awards the whole night. So
yeah,
so
right.
I know.
Yeah, you guys are off the hook. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So the kids have hopefully prepared some acceptance speeches for tomorrow, so that they're ready to go.
We see them at school writing. I saw a few.
Yeah.
Writing
they're late.
today.
They're writing their
Yes.
acceptance speeches. And it's really fun to watch them write that because they want to be humble and
Right.
and represent us well. So we know that they'll do well, if they were to be nominated. So
Cool.
we don't want to jinx it.
Yeah, right.
Right,
Knock on
right.
knock on wood. Yeah, and because I mean a win for you guys, is a win for all of McKinney ISD.
It really
yeah.
is.
So.
It really is. We felt that last year with North's success, and we
Yeah.
were very supportive and very happy for them to be acknowledged
Yeah.
too. So
Yeah, it's a great way to represent our city and our fine arts departments here. Yeah, cool. So, what are you guys wearing to the awards? Coming with some fancy dresses?
whatever's clean.
Yeah.
tomorrow.
I'll be dumb and dumber. No, I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
right. Yeah.
Who knows?
I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
figure that out tonight.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
figure out what I can stick on the bus.
Yeah.
From 8 in the morning until midnight,
Oof.
probably.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, it's gonna be a long day.
Yeah. So you'll probably be changing into something a little fancier probably
Yes.
later in the day. Yeah.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
don't want to be walking around in a dress
Yeah.
all day.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, cool. I mean, congrats on all the nominations, and thank you for coming and joining us today.
Thanks
And
for having us.
yeah, we'll hopefully someone will win something, and I'm sure you guys are really proud of everyone.
We are. We're
Yes,
very,
we are.
very
Thank you.
excited.
Yes, of course. So we're going to take another quick break, and when we come back, Club 360 joins us with great summer camp ideas for students.